Hello, Internet. Stop asking so many questions. You ask too many questions. Because I said so. Ever heard these things? I think we all have at some point. By the way, welcome to the Empirical Sword. I'm a Lowmaster DLC 7-9. I happen to believe the school doesn't teach. We have to be the masters of our education, and you know how you do that? You ask questions. Asking questions is good, not bad. In fact, I'm going to go into a little psychological depth here. We all have these things called cognitive biases that kind of have the tendency to mess up our thinking and make us do irrational things. The air quotes there is because I don't believe that we ever intend to be irrational. It's just we're only irrational in hindsight. But back on point, society has this weird tendency of rewarding the use of cognitive biases that could potentially be destructive to us, such as the anchoring bias. Just latching on to the first idea, the first explanation you hear, and just that is the absolute 100% truth always. I'm always going to believe this, always, always, always. That's the anchoring bias. You've probably had a lot of arguments with people who are employing the anchoring bias, but society rewards this. And conversely, society tends to punish the cognitive bias or use of the cognitive biases that could potentially be constructive, such as the curiosity bias, the desire to understand how the world works, which manifests through asking questions. And part of the reason, I think, is I'm trying not to use a very complicated psychological word here, the word heuristics. Shortcut. We all have mental shortcuts that we develop as we get older, and usually when we're in our question asking phase, it should not be a phase. It should be lifelong. But when we're in that phase, we're usually young and asking questions of older people who should know more than we do, but they're spending so much of their psychological energy in going to a job that they don't like, paying bills that drain all the money that they make from the jobs that they don't like. You're trying to manage a family and trying to find some time to just decompress. They're putting all that mental energy into all of that, and it's at a certain point the questions get too much, and their shortcut is because I said so, or stop asking so many questions. And the truth is, I think that punishes us from a very early age and teaches us to not use the curiosity bias, to not ask questions. But the thing is, the world needs people who ask questions. And there's one very simple, very logical reason why. Progress. All of the great leaps in progress that we've ever had is because somebody has figured out the solution to a problem. They've figured out an answer to a question. How do you answer a question if nobody asks? Somebody has to be asking questions for somebody to get answers. And those answers lead to solutions to problems. Sometimes very big problems that the world needs solving. I mean, there's some huge problems in the world right now, such as the education system is not preparing people to live their lives. How do we fix this? That is a question. I'm not claiming to have the answer, but I'm trying to make an answer. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Time will tell. But you keep asking questions. You feed the curiosity. You learn as much as you can. Just keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. After all, at a certain point, you need to take the knowledge that you've accumulated and do something with it. But you need to accumulate it first. And at a certain point, you need to, even after you start doing, you need to keep asking questions. You need to keep learning. The most successful people in the world, Bill Gates is still learning. Net worth of $80 billion or something like, I don't even know. A lot. Net worth of a lot of money. and he's still learning. Why are we not following him as a role model? Why are we not doing the same thing he is? Just keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. I mean, execute, become successful, but keep learning. That's what we should be doing.